Number 12. Icicle Mountain. This stage is vastly different compared to all of the other stages thus far. For one thing, it is an auto-scroller, which I never really cared for to be honest, and moves vertically gradually at a rapid pace. Your objective is to make sure you don't goof around like I did and fall into the blast zone, while dodging or attempting to defeat the toppies and polar bears plaguing the stage. These guys pack a huge punch, and they can be especially dangerous if you're not careful, especially the polar bears, and can launch you out of bounds easily. Once you survive the onslaught of yetis and bears, and the rapid pace of the auto-scrolling, you're faced with two ice climbers who randomly appear to kick you off the mountain to assert their dominance. The reason I rank this one last is not because I think the stage is difficult or anything, I just think the auto-scrolling is unbearable at times, and feels frustrating more than anything to deal with. I like taking my time with playing a game, and this one irks me. Number 11. On It. Your main objective is to strike out 3 different colored nest clones out of the park who have a weird obsession with grabbing Mr. Saturns and yeeting them every chance they get. I place this one at one spot above Icicle Mountain because there's no auto-scroller, but although On It is one of my favorite stages in Smash, this one is very basic, as you literally take on 3 computers and the stage is over. There are no bonus matches afterwards, which is a shame. Number 10. Pokemon Stadium. You are locked in combat against a flurry of Pikachus and the occasional Jigglypuff, who want nothing more than to palm your face in. Your only allies are yourself and a huge batch of Pokeballs that spawn in rapidly, that can either help or hinder you on your quest to be the very best like no one ever was. However, they can also use the Pokeballs against you, giving them an even more of an advantage. I place this one above On It because of how chaotic things can get, and it's hilarious. Although the stage is entertaining, it's pretty bland in comparison to the other stages that I will mention very soon. Number 9. Corneria. You are launched into the Lylat system on the very first level from Star Fox 64, known as Corneria. Your main objective is to eliminate Fox, the leader of the group of mercenaries known as Team Star Fox. He always seems cautious and tries fleeing for some weird reason, and then randomly decides to fight back and then runs away again. Once you defeat him, Peppy, Slippy, and Falco, or Fox sometimes, will attempt to provide assistance. You must fight either Fox the second time, or Falco will step in. The fight is basically the same, except the stage is littered with lasers targeting you, and the enemy is much more aggressive this time around. The good news is that you seem to focus the lasers on the enemy more than yourself, which I always found funny. I always enjoyed the stage because of the Star Fox 64 references, and because I love Star Fox 64 in general. Number 8. Brinstar. This starts off with a normal match against Samus in the depths of the cavernous Brinstar, which is filled with acidic fluids. There's nothing much to talk about in the first half of the stage. However, once you defeat her, you find yourself being forced to evacuate the premises by performing a series of vertical jumps. You must be quick to finish this, if you want to maximize your potential points and avoid losing a life. You have exactly 40 seconds to finish, and if you're playing a character that is capable of wall jumping, you can finish rather quickly and with style. Number 7. Congo Jungle. This stage has you battling against 2 tiny Donkey Kongs who can be really brutal if you're playing a very hard difficulty. They work together in perfect harmony and absolutely wreck you if you're not careful. As for the stage itself, this is one of my favorites in terms of aesthetic. The waterfall and jungle background with the treehouse hanging in the back fits so well. The barrel cannon pacing back and forth at the bottom of the stage can be useful or deadly if not executed properly. Once you defeat the dual apes, you are faced with one giant Donkey Kong, which is a direct reference to the first Smash game where you're fighting a giant DK, except you are alone this time. This battle may take a bit, but if you move a certain way, DK will accidentally fall into the water 1 second after the match begins, for some strange reason, making it the quickest match in the game. Number 6. Green Greens. You are faced against the Pink Puff Demon himself. Battle will start off normal, with only Kirby and can be finished quickly. Afterwards, you are faced with a flurry of Kirbys with copy abilities pre-downloaded, and this is a reference to the Kirby team from Smash 64. This one can be done quickly if you're playing on normal difficulty, but it's absolute hell if you're playing on very hard because they don't die as fast, and they all gang up on you mercilessly. However, if you manage to beat them all in 30 seconds or less, a giant Kirby will appear from the sky to challenge you. I believe this is the only stage where you can potentially fight Kirby up to 3 times, whereas the others have a maximum of 2 matches. Number 5. F-Zero Grand Prix. This stage is very unique because you're not necessarily fighting anyone or running for your life against 30 extremely fast F-Zero vehicles racing on the track. You're essentially standing on platforms to let them pass and continue running. If you're a fast character like Captain Falcon or Fox, this can be done in a snap. If you're playing as Ganondorf or Bowser, you're likely to take it twice as long as Fox or Falcon. I always like this one because of the track itself, and the music is amazing. I also love just seeing how close I can get to the vehicles without getting hit. The platforms towards the end hovering over the blast zone can be a bit nerve-wracking, but can be avoided. Number 4. Battlefield. As the name implies, you are launched smack in the middle of a battlefield against 15 fighting wireframes, who are supposed to be clones of Captain Falcon and Zelda. The gravity has been altered, making everyone super floaty and can be a bit distracting. These guys can rack up damage, and they get a hold of you because they can attack rapidly at once. I ranked this at number 4 because of how satisfying it is to defeat them and watch them launch sky high. After you clear this section, you'll notice Metal Mario, Luigi too, if you have him unlocked, fall headfirst from the sky and ready to knock you around. This is yet another reference to the Metal Mario fight from 64. Since they are encased in metal, it will be difficult to make them flinch, but they can still take a lot of damage. Lots of grab attacks is key to get them. Number 3 is Final Destination, the very last stage in Adventure Mode. Depending on what difficulty you're playing, you will either fight regular green shelled Bowser or black shelled Bowser. The fight is nothing too special except that he's just a tiny bit bigger than regular Bowser. However, the kicker is that if you beat Adventure Mode without using continues and finish every match quickly, Bowser will immediately be revived and transform into Giga Bowser. As a kid, this freaked me out so hard because I'd never seen anything like this before and thought my game was broken. Needless to say, I wasn't shocked as I found myself trying to survive this gargantuan beast. I ranked this 3rd place because of Giga Bowser alone, and all of his attacks have been amplified and acquired different elemental attacks like poison and ice. This is a great way to end the adventure. Number 2 is Mushroom Kingdom, the very first stage in the game. This is my favorite thing in a Smash game ever. I absolutely love the remixed soundtrack version of the classic Mario Bros. Theme, and the lakeside background with the giant mushrooms and hills just add to the aesthetic of this level. I like how the pipes are boarded so that you can't enter them, and the countless Goombas and Koopas walking and flying about. The fact that you're able to use the Koopa shells to defeat all the enemies in the way is always a fun time. Once you reach the halfway point, you are faced against the Yoshi team, which is yet another reference to Smash 64. They are easily defeated if you're playing on normal, but crazy difficult and very hard. I also like Toad is just panicking in the background instead of running away. If you cross the finish line when the second on the timer reaches 2, you are able to fight Luigi, which is necessary to unlock him and against Peach on top of the castle. Number 1 is Underground Maze. What can I say about this stage except that I think it's the best thing to happen in a Smash game ever. First off, you are summoned in a dungeon-like hallway with torches on the wall, and as soon as you reach the end, you'll find yourself surrounded by a myriad of thin platforms, accompanied by redeads. These enemies can revive if not taken care of quickly, and can deal a lot of damage if not careful. You can grab and throw them for quicker deaths. The central area of the stage gives you access to the southeast, west, northeast, and western areas, and the beauty of the stage is that you are given the freedom to go anywhere you desire. The huge amount of space in the stage is unreal, and every room is drastically different from the last. For one, you have a room dedicated to storing magma for some reason, a torture chamber with spikes, and all sorts of contraptions. You may notice that every room has a Master Sword pedestal. You can either skip them entirely for speedrunning purposes, or fight every link for the bonus points. The purple portal-like background is insanely cool as you fight. As you progress deeper into the level, you'll find yourself fighting Like-Likes and Octoroks, who spit rocks at you. Like-Likes are terrifying because they inhale you whole and spit you out, dealing huge amounts of damage, and normally eat your shield in the Zelda games. My favorite part about the stage is the amount of freedom you have, and how every area is so different from the others. Once you reach the end, you'll find yourself fighting Zelda on Temple, aka the best stage in Smash period. This fight isn't anything too special and can be finished quickly. That concludes my ranking for every single Smash Adventure Mode level. What do you think of my opinions? Do you agree or disagree with my pickings? Comment down below what you like the most, and please like and subscribe for more challenge, ranking, and analysis videos in the future. Thank you for watching.